Okay, let's go to 2 yellow springs. 2 yellow, 1 blue. 2 yellow, 1 blue. Let's start sitting in the middle of the carriage, sitting up nice and tall. Heel hand is against the shoulder block. I'll allow you to roll back to get your feet situated. We're going to do narrow V to start. And we're going to push through the heel of our hand to lift up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders forward, pull your shoulders back and down. Your elbows can be soft, so your spine is long. Gaze is straight. Just going to push out, squeezing the inner thigh. Keep lengthening up through the torso and control the carriage in. This one, let's add heels. As you push out, let's lower and raise the heels. Keep lifting up in the sternum. Let's do 4 more.
That feels good.
3, 2, and last one. And bring it in. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so you're going to keep your feet where they are, Gretchen. Hands hold on to the foot bar. We're going to lengthen through our legs, pushing into that foot bar, hollowing out in the belly. My pants are being pulled down by the carriage. I just want you to hollow out and soften and bring it in. I just pull up my pants. Okay. Righty. Let's sit back so you're closer to the shoulder blocks now. Still sitting up nice and tall. Stay in narrow V. Roll your shoulders back. Let's put arms in fifth. And exhale out and in. Pressing into the balls of the feet. Heels squeeze together. And bring it in. Out and in. It's not a big movement. And just adding in the arms this time as you press back. Spiral. Open. Sit up tall though. Then open spiral. Open spiral. Do one more time each side. Good, and bring it in. Same thing, hold of that foot bar and press through the legs, hollowing out in the belly, pull the shoulders down, lift your heels high, and then press your heels under, lifting the heels and press under. One more time, lifting the heels and press under. While we're here, legs go parallel, push your heels under the bar, pull your belly in, close your ribs down, shoulders pull down. Crown of the head is reaching to that far wall in front of you. And soften the legs and bring it in.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Let's stay a little light for our footwork today. Let's stay on the 2 yellow and the blue, playing down our back. Okay, going straight to the balls of the feet, ankles and knees together, lift the heels high. Take the carriage out, find your neutral spine, and we'll go straight into heels lower and raise, carriage in and out. Heavy ribs. Make sure as your legs straighten, your booty stays engaged. Let's do 3 more. 2. And stay here, heels down and up, pressing through the big toe. 4, 3, 2, heels high, single press prance. Really lengthen through the Achilles, hamstring. And now double push, little push, push under. One more time, each side. And then evenly, both heels high. And let's bring it in. Good. Let's stay balls of the feet, narrow V, heels together, toes apart, lift the heels, squeeze them together, and take it out. Find your neutral spine, control the carriage in. Squeezing into long legs. Ribs are down. Four, 3, good. Next time we go out, adding in the heels, heels down, up, and carriage it out. Keep the booty engaged. 3 more. 2. And take the carriage out, just heels down and up. Pressing evenly with both feet, booty's engaged. 3, 2, heels high, single prance. Double push, push, push. Good, last one each side. Both heels high, and let's bring it in. Good, shake that out. Okay, heels on the foot bar. So we're gonna go straight into some hip circles. You push out parallel, externally rotate to bring the carriage in. Parallel out, ankles, knees together, and in. 3, keep those knees join in parallel. 2, and last one. This one, take it out external, internally rotate to bring it in. So you come in, parallel, ankles, knees together. Good, let's bring it in. Let's go wide stance, externally rotate. We're gonna do the same thing here, but full knee circles. So out, externally rotated, internally rotate. Really drive it from the hips, knees come together, and out. You're looking to draw big circles with your knees, driving it from the hip socket, not just your feet. Good, last one. And let's reverse. Come in externally rotated and internally rotate to take the carriage out. 3, 2, and last one. And bring it in. Good, stay externally rotated, wide stance on the foot bar. You're gonna take the carriage out halfway, so there's tension on the cables, and little pulse out and in, only about 6 to 8 inches range of motion. Drive it with the sit bones, stay neutral spine, connect your heels to the sit bones. 4, 3, 2, let's take the carriage all the way up and bring it all the way back in. Good, wide stance on balls of our feet, externally rotated. Take the carriage halfway out, both heels down and up, down and up. Stay in connection with your big toes, the inner balls of the feet, inner thigh. 3, 2, heels are high. We're going to do single foot prance. One heel and the other, keeping the carriage still. Both heels high. Take the carriage out. And bring the carriage in. Good, last thing here. Parallel feet, fist distance between your knees. Balls of the feet are on the foot bar. Lift your heels high. Take the carriage halfway out. And here, prancing through your feet. 3, 2, and 1. Both heels high. Take it all the way out. All the way back in. Good, and shake that. Okie dokie, we're gonna go to one red spring.
Oh, I miss the old teaser.
What?
I miss the old teaser.
You can roll the teaser. The other day when I was teaching in the studio, because everybody just hurls up straight, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop right now. And I was saying, actively, roll to the side, really tuck, 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 roll. And I said, all of you who feel like, you want to be your own personal heroes, that's, let's go straight into that. And you're like, what? So, yes. Okay. One red spring. Let's start using the foot bar. So let's do left foot is on the foot bar, the ball of the foot, right leg is tabletop, nice active tabletop. Close the ribs, anchor the tailbone, and press out. And let's go straight into extension circles. Driving a circle with your right leg. Make sure you find the full expanse of motion. It doesn't matter if it's big, but you want to get that leg straight in extension toward 90 and thread it forward. 3 more. 2. And last one. We're going to meet up with that right leg 90 degrees. And flex and point both feet. 3, 2. All right, we're going to do side circles. So both feet are the right foot is pointed. You're going to open to the side, externally rotate, sweeping forward, come parallel to bring it up. So you want to make sure is your left butt cheek does not unweight. Stay neutral. 3, 2, and 1. And we'll change the direction of the circle, going through the center, opening, extending. And again, watch your hips, watch your lower back, that you're not bouncing up and down on it. And last time, let's meet up with that right leg, 90 degrees, flexing and pointing. And let's bend and bring it in, other side.
Oh, I'm on 2 yellows and a red. No wonder that's so hard.
Holy shit.
I was like, what's going on?
She is insane. You should be on one red only.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking I'm so weak.
Ready?
Almost passed out.
All right, fist distance between your toes. I'm just surprised that you didn't catapult.
I was trying hard not to.
Take the carriage out, high up on the right ball of the foot, threading forward. So you want the leg extension and circle without tumbling into your lower back. You want your hips and your ribs stable. 3 more. 2. And last one. Meet up 90 degrees, flex and point. Next one, we hold that point and we open to the side, sweep forward, parallel. Oops, sorry, play it. Good. Back up, flex and point. Hold that point, reach through the center, open to the side, and come up. 3. 2. And last one. And let's bend and bring it in. Good.
Much easier.
Much easier, yes. Okay. Let's take our right cable, put our left foot on it, and cross cable. Come to tabletop, fist distance between our knees. We're going to extend through that left heel and return. And pedaling through that left foot, point as you extend, flex as you come in. Two more. Next 45-degree extension. Lengthen up through the right leg and scissoring through, keeping your legs parallel, staying anchored on the tailbone. Three. 2. All right, next 45-degree on the left leg. We're going to go into forward pedal strokes. Making sure each leg draws the same size circle. And let's reverse. Pedaling through. Three. 2. And 1. Left leg comes 90 degrees. Draw that leg in, holding onto the cable, drop your tailbone and extend through the right leg. And then get in. Other side. Right foot goes in the left cable. Start tabletop, fist distance between our legs, and reaching through that leg. Find the extension all the way through the torso. Kitty. Three, two. Lengthen through the right leg, left leg reaches 90, and let's scissor through. Drawing the leg in a straight line. Interesting, I have the rafter right above me so I can see whether I'm having a straight line. Staying neutral in the lower back. Notice if you're rocking and rolling in your lower back and the hips. Ribs are closed, shoulders down. You're pulling from that glute hamstring insertion. And next time our right leg is 45 degrees, we're going to start our forward pedal stroke. Pedaling the bike. Three. Two. And let's reverse. And let's draw that right leg toward 90. Drawing the cable in, left leg reaches 45. And bend the knee, take the foot out. Rolling to the side, coming into teaser. And let's go to a blue spring. Only one blue spring.
Taking the red off.
Taking the red off.
I think my internet or my brain must have cracked out when you last said take the yellows off.
Okay. We're going to take our foot bar down. We're going to do 2 different versions in a plank series. So feet are on the platform. Let's do hands toward the center of the carriage. Out into plank. My hands are a little back to center. Heels back. Tuck the pelvis toward your chin. Lift the belly. Close the ribs. Shoulders down. Lengthen through the back of the neck. And hold that plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to pull to a pike. Tailbone to the sky. Make sure you're releasing the back of your neck. And push back out. Connecting the big toe to the inner ankle, inner thigh, pelvic floor. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Use the breath. Two more. Last one, we're going to meet up in plank. Come into tabletop pulls, keeping that tailbone high. Don't go past where your hips are over your knees. Stay nice, square, tabletop back, long spine. 4, 3, 2. And last one, let's meet up in plank. Hold that plank, lengthen, reset. We're gonna come down onto our elbows and walk our heels of our hand to the back of the shoulder block into an elbow plank and go straight into pushing that carriage forward, pulling it in. Don't release your plank, tuck in as you push the carriage out, intensify that abdominal lift, the pelvic tuck. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come in, hold that plank. Shoulders down, long neck. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's pull down. Take a high hip child's pose. Okay. Woo. Let's stand a blue spring. Let's stay on our carriage. Take your headrest down if it was up. Our legs are going to go between the shoulder blocks. Let's cross our cables. Holding on to the top of the cloth, the top of the loops. Rolling our shoulders back. Let's just do a little lat pull to start. Literally, arms are relaxed. Pulling back. For this, let's choke up on our hardware. Sorry, nowhere near hard enough. Just pull back with your lats and release. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward one another. Engage those lats. And then just start increasing the motion. Your elbows are down and soft. Really feel pull from the lats. And increase a little bit more. Elbows just come to the ribs. Long spine. All right, now stay in that little pull. Pull further here. Elbows come to ribs. Pull back. Release to the ribs. Pull back. Three, 2. Good. Arms come forward. Now let's go to the top of the cloth. Let's go into a bent elbow French door. So bend through, lengthen, bend back in. Four, 3, 2. And last one. Single arm row, bow and arrow. Pull back. Sitting up taller each time. And we're going to do it with a hinge. As your elbow pulls back, we're going to hinge back. Make sure you're not arching or rounding. Elbow high. Don't pull from the wrist. One more time each side. And bring it in. Good. Uncross your cables. Go into your short loops. Deltoid extension here. Okay, straight back. With that hinge, if you don't like the short loops, go to the long loops. Make sure you're pulling from the top of the shoulder. Two more. And let's do the spiral, for which I'm suggesting we go to the big loops, palms facing, and pull apart. Let's do one more time each side. Good, and come up. All right, let's shift back up to the top of the cloth. Okay, we're gonna do simple chest expansion, pulling back, sitting up nice and tall. No swigging, no hurling. Next time, we're gonna meet up in that expansion, so arms stay back. You're gonna roll forward with your upper body, release the back of the neck, and tricep bend and extend here. Pull the belly in, the ribs in, make sure the shoulders are not coming up to your ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come forward, sit up, and release. We're gonna do that again. Regular chest expansion. Heel of the hand presses back, squeezing through the triceps as you go back. 2 more like this. Last one, we hold back there. Scoop round, 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 round. Lift the heels of the hand and bend through the tricep. For 8, 7, 6, 2, and 1, and come forward, sit up. Yay! All right, small loops again. Bicep curl in, easy bicep curl in. Elbows are at about a 35, 45 degree angle. Lift up through the spine. Palms are open, so you're not doing the work in your hands. Good, adding the hinge as you come back. Hinge, neutral chin, lower belly's in. Open, bicep curl, hinge. Keep lifting in the sternum. Three, 2, let's meet up in that hinge, bicep curl, elbows slide up and down the wall in front of you. Don't collapse in the chest. 4, 3, draw the shoulders down away from the ears. 2, and 1. Bring it up. Beautiful.
Should we be concerned with what's happening in your kitchen?
Oh, can you hear that? Tilly and Chris were watching something. I don't know, Tim Burton something. What? Oh, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Okay. Let's stay on a blue. onto all fours on the rails, walk your hands forward. Let's do a couple kitty cat, cow. Arching through. Hips are tight. Nice. Rounding, scooping. One last time, arching through. Shoulders down. Good. Come into that scooped, rounded back. Stay there. And we're going to do the abdominal portion here. Pulling carriage forward. Arms stay long. No death grip on the rails. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it come all the way back. Shift, weight forward, scoop out your armpits, shoulders press down, and pull forward. Obliques and lats engage. Crown of the head reaches forward. Keeping a nice long spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back. Sit back into your child's pose, pull up into a scoop round back, shoulders down, and abdominal crunch forward. Scoop, 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 and scoop. 4, 3, and release back, long back, shift your weight a little forward, pull your shoulders down away from your ears while you scoop up and lift in the armpit, and forward. You feel your lower belly engage, so abdominals above the pelvic bone, below the belly button. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's push back to a high hip child's pose. Let's walk back with our knees and thread our left arm through. Take a little spiral, release, pull the shoulder down away from the ear. Try and square your hips. Come up through the center and switch. And come in. Um, Sorry, we're spacing out for a second. Let's go on to one yellow spring. How do you feel about standing up on the machine today? Let's put the foot bar down. Let's turn it around. So let's do left foot on the platform. Whoops. Left foot on the platform. Right foot's on the carriage. start with side extensions. So that right foot is right toward the edge of the carriage. And opening up into our T extension. Controlling the carriage in. Keeping the arms, and make sure you can see your hands in front of your shoulders. 3, 2. Let's meet up in that side extension. Hold it there. Just soften the knees and lengthen, keeping the carriage still. Don't scoop your butt under. Keep neutral. If you're sliding down that back wall. 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen up. We bring the carriage in. Let's go straight into skater, pushing through the leg on the carriage to start. Two more. Shoulders down, neck is long. And last one. As you bring the carriage in, we're going to shift our weight over to the leg on the platform and push through our right leg. Don't drop that right hip though. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the carriage in. Let's stand up. Let's rotate our right foot perpendicular to our left. Heels are in alignment. Going into warrior 1. Push through. And up. Connecting the heels with the sit bones. Two more. Next one, we're going to meet up in warrior. Right elbow to the right knee or thigh, and that left arm extends over. Exhale, come back into your warrior extension. And let's bring it in. Good. Switching to the other side. I suggest getting down to do that. Right foot onto the platform, left foot toward the edge of the carriage. Rolling the shoulders back, engage the booty. Come into regular side extension. Sternum's lifted, ribs are closed. Four. 3. 2. And let's meet up in extension. Tiny bend of the knees and lengthen. Tiny bend and lengthen. 4, 3, 2. And last one. Let's bring it in. Come straight into your squat, hands back behind your back. We're pushing into the leg on the carriage. Keeping the shoulder and hip and knee aligned. Don't twist in the waist, keep your shoulders square. 4, 3, nice long neck. 2, ribs stay closed. And last one. and switching, push into the carriage, aligning your shoulder, knee, and foot with the leg on the platform. 4, 3, ribs stay closed, shoulders pull back and down. And last one, and let's bring it in. Lengthen up, rotate your left foot perpendicular to your right, and coming into warrior extension, and up. Keeping the sit bones engaged. 4, 3, 2. Let's meet up out there. Hold that extension. Left arm to the left thigh. And extending over. Back into warrior. And bring it in. Righty, stepping down. Let's stay on a yellow spring. And let's take our foot bar to the middle rung. Actually, Gretchen, put it on a blue. Okay, feet are toward the middle of the carriage. Hands are on top of the foot bar. We're going to push into what feels like downward dog in the upper body when you push your chest through. Ears and biceps are aligned, tailbone is high, but your back is long. Okay, lightly holding on to that foot bar, we're going to take the carriage back just as far as our heels can stay attached to the carriage and just as long as our tailbone stays high, and you draw that carriage back in. Take it out, pull it back in. 2 more. Shoulders down, neck is long. And draw it in. Good. Keep the carriage in. We're going to round through the back. So lift up like in cat cow. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Your weight comes forward. Your shoulders are forward of your wrists. And then we open into our plank. Push that carriage back. Heels come down. Tailbone is high. We pull the carriage in just as we were before. So rounding, you kind of get a hump back, moving forward, press into plank, take that carriage back, heels come down, tailbone is high, carriage comes in. Each time trying to deepen that hamstring extension. Each time trying to lift higher in your scoop back and test your weight and strength together, staying forward of your wrists as you push into plank. Tailbone high. Last time this direction. Scoop, 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 pitch. And take it back. All right, reversing that motion. Go back into plank. Open. We pitch forward. And now scoop round in the back. Come, bring the carriage in. Push back into the heels, lengthen through the spine. So really try and get the undulation through the spine. Your long spine right now. Heels go back. Open to plank, long spine. We pitch forward. This is where we scoop it around. Draw the carriage in by that pelvic tuck in the belly button. You're scooped and rounded. Heels press down and you release into a long straight back. One last time this way. Into plank. Pull the carriage forward. Round scoop. Pitch back in that rounded back. And then lengthen out. Stay here if you feel stable. Let's take that left arm, spiral it over to the right, look out underneath your right armpit. Pull that left hip back. And let's switch. If you feel dizzy, bend your knees and come down. Spread that right arm, look out underneath your left armpit, but pull your right hip back. And release. Good. And the knees. Come down on top. Okay. Let's sit on the side of the carriage. Let's put a yellow spring on. Let's do figure 4. Sitting up nice and tall. Flex through the right foot and hinge in the hip forward. Try to soften through that right hip and knee. Come straight spine up. You're going to spiral without shooting your leg that way. Your leg square. Spiral around. And release. Let's switch. Figure 4, soften through that hip and knee, flex through the left foot. Hinging forward. Coming up, and let's spiral. And come forward. Alrighty, let's keep that yellow and blue on. Laying on our back. Feet are in long leg straps. Headrest is up or down. Good, let's start 45 degrees. Just reaching up toward 90, keeping our neutral spine and extending back 45 degrees. Not going past 90, so you don't put the work in your lower back. Next time we're coming up to 90, let's hold it here. Let's do our little abdominal toe lifts, where we're trying to lift straight to the sky, not wheelbarrow. 6, 5, keep the work out of your neck and shoulders. And let's press down to 45 degrees. Let's do open our V, close our heels, open, and with a little tempo. So slowly open, close. Slowly open, close. 4, 3, 2. Let's do 4 pedaling. So flex as you come in, point as you go out. Flex, flex. 2 more. Good. All right, full circle starting at the bottom. Let's do 4 more. All right, coming to 45, open just a few inches for walk in the park. Pushing down. Good. 4, 3, 2, and last one. And let's come up to 90, flex the feet, take hold of the cables. Get your heels back over your sit bones. Open to your extended V. Back up to 90. Point through the toes, open to your extended V. Back up to 90, and let's start full circles there. Okay, next 45 degrees, let's meet up there. Ankles, knees together. If your headrest is up, reach back to the spine, take it all the way down, and let's just do a little long spine roll up. Let's lower our legs in toward the well. Flex your feet, open hip distance, and start rolling down. And when you get engaged with the cables, pull all the way through. Again, lifting up. Shoulders down, long neck. Good, let's come back 90. Flex through the feet again, heels toward the sky. Pull the butterfly so soles of the feet come together. Toes reach away, pull the heels close to the pelvis. See if you can release the weight of the legs to soften through the hips.